Greetings, all you heroes and villains out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, coming at you with another episode in review of Young Justice Outsiders, episode 3 of season 3, titled Enemy Threats. Now I continue my moments of just going in a little bit and just talking about the general side info of each episode. Although this is the last of the 3 episode batch release, so a lot of questions will come up from here on out. So we start off with Courtney Whitmore, also known as the Stargirl, who actually in comic book continuity is Stargirl. If you've ever seen Justice League Unlimited or Justice League Action, Batman Brave and the Bold, or even some of the live action series like Smallville or even Legends of Tomorrow. You know, she is the Stargirl. You know who she is. She's the one with the staff and the, blue outfit with the stars on them, all that good stuff. But in this continuity, she just seems to be an internet personality, and she is in fact interviewing Garfield Logan Beast Boy. And this is mostly gossip about the fact that she's with I believe Petra was her name, the girl that Wally had saved for the heart transplant situation. And apparently they had met up during Wally's funeral, and they had, become an item over time. But once again, Gar is just using this as a platform to advocate for the situation with all the metahuman trafficking. Just going out, it's just like, if you see something, scream something. Just those PSA moments. He's really doing his best to try to get the word out there using his own platform, which is very admirable for Gar. But it's just so interesting having these little moments at the beginnings of certain episodes just to kind of be like, hey, there's Gar with his celebrity status and all that good stuff. It's fascinating. But we continue on with Brion being put through the tar process by Dr. Helga. The team goes in order to infiltrate the children's hospital where all of the metahuman trafficking is going on, leaving Halo behind with the super cycle. However, Halo makes it kind of known that she's ready to go in and help out. Nightwing infiltrates using the Spyfly to see that Count Vertigo is having his men move all the operations out of there because they've been compromised. Nightwing also sees that all of the surveillance equipment that Black Lightning and Superboy had put up has been destroyed, unfortunately. And she spots Dr. Jace along with Dr. X reviewing Brion's tar process. However, this is interrupted by the arrival of Count Vertigo, who's just like, who authorized any of this? I didn't tell anybody to do this, and His Highness didn't authorize any of this to go on. And X, immediately, like the little shit that he is, calls out Dr. Jace and is just like, she did it! She betrayed us all! And we come to find out that Dr. Jace has all this time just wanted to use this opportunity to oppose the person that's leading them, saying that he's out of control, he's gone too far, and she wants to use Brion to try to oppose him in any way possible. However, Vertigo's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit about your morality or any of that, and so he's just like, I'll just deal with you later on. And then we have the arrival of course, Baron Deland, who, this place is called Bedlam. His last name is anagram for Bedlam, Deland, Bedlam, all that good stuff, which Nightwing kicks himself for not realizing. But it's just like, yeah, of course he was the evil one. Like they made no qualms about the fact that he was the bad guy, because it's just like, even Brion episodes ago is just like, I don't trust him. And Gregor is just like, yes, I also do not trust him. So everybody knew it. Like, even if you didn't already know that he was a villain in DC Comics, it's just like something about him just screams villain. You might as well have had it tattooed across his forehead. But as Black Lightning and Artemis, get ready to infiltrate, they're ambushed by Plasmius. However, thanks to the timely intervention of Halo using her force field, they're saved. And they fight off Plasmius and use the super cycle to, go in guns blazing. Using this distraction, Nightwing frees Brion and Superboy, and, uses Dr. Jace to help him, wire the place to explode. However, they're unable to get the kids as Count Vertigo uses a father box in order to boom tube all of the kids and the equipment away, much to the dismay of Black Lightning. So they're only able to escape with Brion and Dr. Jace, blowing the place as they leave. Meanwhile, Baron Bedlam uses this opportunity to show a tape, basically framing Brion for the whole metahuman trafficking incident, using the tape of him Brion undergoing the metahuman transformation process in order to incriminate him. Meanwhile, while Dick is basically trying to offset the good with the bad, saying we did manage to rescue a few people, Black Lightning is having none of it, saying like we lost all the kids, we lost the equipment, we're not really able to prove too much. Black Lightning is just not happy with the way this whole thing went down. Meanwhile, Brion, is shocked to find out that he now has metahuman powers, geological manipulation, able to manipulate lava and all that good stuff. And with the help of Superboy, he's able to bring it under control, at least to a certain degree. However, they see the footage of Baron Deland, Baron Bedlam, basically showing off Brion's metahuman activation process, incriminating him, which just enrages Brion, and he goes racing back to the palace. The others are met with Dr. X, Vertigo, the Henchman, and Plasmius, while Superboy goes leaping off to try to intercept Brion and keep him from causing major trouble. We also see that Dr. X also has the ability from the comics to a certain degree. He always had the ability to create energy protections of himself, because he is Dr. Double X. But his energy protection was usually just one, and it was just a supered up, stronger version of himself. Here, he's able to kind of make energy clones, kind of like Multiplex from DC, or Multiple Man from Marvel, or even Billy Numerous, basically, if you're more up to speed with that. But, that's his superpower ability. He even makes a little comment, is just like, I'm not just a patient of metahuman gene, manipulation, I am also a client. But Brion arrives on the scene looking like a big old scary lava monster, and he is countered by the revelation that Baron Bedlam has also undergone the mutant metagene activation process, saying he did it in order to stop metagene threats, which is exactly what Brion was trying to do. We also see Halo also has the ability to fly, with her, purple being healing, yellow being flight, and red being shields and stuff like that. So, I like the whole color-coded energy abilities. It's very interesting. But we are also met by her horrifying death screams as Plasmius burns off her face, basically. This was really horrifying and messed up to see. It just, dude, that is really messed up. And seeing this, Black Lightning's able to get his mojo flowing back again and tries to fight off Plasmius. Meanwhile, as we come to find out in a very morbid moment, honestly, Halo, is actually able to revive from really fatal injuries, almost completely unscathed. So that's something, but ugh, just that whole moment just took me off guard because I wasn't expecting it in this series of all things. Meanwhile, Baron Bedlam is beating the ever-loving tar out of Brion because Brion's new to his powers, and Baron Bedlam has a little bit more experience, which Gregor calls him out on. It's just like, you obviously know what you're doing a lot more than Brion does. Not to mention your stance on metahuman, in metahumans in general, just completely conflicts with everything that you're saying afterwards. Whereas Brion had made it known that he wanted to, undergo some kind of metahuman transformation in order to, try to get their sister back. So, I like the fact that Gregor is a little more in the know about this. He's just like, yeah, these two things don't add up, and you're obviously shady. Arrest him. And Superboy, knocks the ever-living tar out of Baron Bedlam. However, the guards surround Brion, and I forget how his name is pronounced. Belziar, whatever, tells Gregor that it's just like, well, there's a lot of unrest in our country about the whole situation, and we don't really know what's going on, and having your brother around with his metahuman abilities wouldn't really sit well with the populace and all that good stuff. And to a certain degree, the ambassador has a point. A point that's kind of made moot if you know who the ambassador kind of actually is. He's also, in the comics at least, known as the villain Bad Samaritan, which is a very cheesy villain name, but it's just like, that tells you he's not on the up and up, if nothing else. But Gregor also kind of makes the decision, it's just like, yeah, despite the hurt that his brother is going through, he banishes his brother, and the fact that, his brother's kind of uncontrollable, and it's not a good, clean situation. So he tells Superboy to take care of his brother, as he recognizes that Superboy's just there to help. So Superboy makes off with Brion. Meanwhile, as the fight ensues, Black Lightning manages to destroy the control chip on the back of Plasmius's neck, turning him onto their side, and Nightwing manages to knock out Dr. Double X. Seeing this, Count Vertigo and his henchmen make their escape, and unfortunately Plasmius is shot by a, nearby farmer, seeing him as nothing as more than a monster. But Black Lightning lets him know, it's just like, you killed a freaking kid, dude, like, what the hell? And, just mirroring his own situation. And we end the episode with Artemis just being like, yo, Nightwing, what now? Because this whole situation was kind of a shit show. And even Halo trying to heal Plasmius just doesn't work. So Plasmius is dead. They've captured Double X. Vertigo and Bedlam and others have gotten away. Bedlam has been in prison. They now have Brion, who has uncontrollable metahuman powers. Well, they also have Dr. Jace, who could give them some information, hopefully, as to the whole situation with the traffickers. But this mission didn't really go off without a hitch, unfortunately. So we'll just have to see where our heroes go from here. Hopefully they're able to get to the root of this whole trafficking situation. But hey, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about the whole situation between with Black Lightning and his guilt, Halo and her newfound powers and her memory loss, or even Brion with the whole situation with him and the Markovian Kingdom? And do you think they'll be able to find Terra at some point? But if you like this video, feel free to leave me a like, And share your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you didn't like what I had to say here, feel free to leave me a dislike. And if I missed anything or anything you think I might be able to improve on, also put that in the comment section below. But hey, how about subscribing for more episode reviews of Young Justice? Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.